Deep within the snowy hills of the English countryside lies a mysterious old inn, where due to budget constraints, Sorted Food are hosting their Christmas weekend away. Legend has it, however, that the inn has a mind of its own, and a weekend of fun may quickly turn into a weekend of survival.
Today is going to be a challenge because I'm going up against Kush to cook the exact same dish using the exact same ingredients. Now the problem is, Kush is a professionally trained chef. In fact, he's done it so well, he's worked in Michelin star restaurants for the last 17 years, whereas I have not. Charcoal flatbread. Action. What the hell are they? Right. I'm not doing that then. How you feeling, Kush?
Another day, another dish.
Yeah?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah?
Hi.
Do you think I'm going to give you a challenge today?
Oh, definitely. After last time.
Yeah?
Yeah, a bit worried.
Should we see what we're cooking?
Should we just carry on holding hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I've got, guess what? 1 card.
I have numerous cards.
Right. I bet mine's got a dish title and you've got all the steps out of order.
Okay. Oh, spaghetti bolognese.
Roasted squash and rocket ravioli with braised chicory and sage butter.
Yeah, mine says the same thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, oh no. Oh, confidence out the window.
Roast squash and rocket ravioli.
I think this is a pasta challenge.
I hate making pasta.
I love making pasta. So Jamie, how many steps do you have?
8.
8 steps.
Yeah.
I have none, but I am feeling confident.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Let's cook.
Right, first, roast squash. Squash, oven preheated on. Squash, chop, dice, tray, roast. In that order.
Blanch and squeeze the rocket into an open pan. Peel and cube the squash, roast in the oven, chill. So maybe I have to do that first. Okay. I'm going to start by peeling and cubing a squash and roasting it in an oven.
Oh, he wants rocket in the ravioli? I say he. Who's it, Mike? Got ricotta. Fine, we're going to do a squash, rocket and ricotta ravioli with a bit of parmesan. Make a sauce out of the sage, butter, and braise the chicory with the orange and some sugar. Because chicory is very bitter, so I need to counteract and balance that out with sugar. Let's get this going, then make the pasta dough, then make the sauce. Let's do it in that order. How are you feeling, Jay?
I'll be honest with you, Kush. Pasta, not my speciality.
At all?
Butternut squash, not my speciality.
I do love making fresh pasta. Probably one of my favourite things to make. Make it at home, made it at work for 17 years, even at the Indian restaurant. Don't know why, but we did.
He's made it for 17 years. That's the 17 years of him being a professional chef. I've made fresh pasta a handful of times in my life. Mainly during a video, which usually means that I'm not really paying attention.
What was that?
That was my butternut squash. I was just cutting through it.
If you're enjoying this, there are some small things you can do that make a big difference to us. Like the video. Subscribe if you aren't. Click the notification bell and select all. Thanks.
I'm dicing the butternut squash as small as possible. I want to get it cooked as quick as possible, get it as dry as possible. You want a dry filling for a ravioli. A wet filling will leach through the pasta and then go soggy. I'm thinking ahead. I'm going to put a pan of water on. I'll need it later for my ravioli. Get that going. It'll take a while to boil. I'm actually going to cheat, I think. I'm going to pan roast my squash. It just says roast. I'm going to do it on a pan because I can control it easier than putting it in the oven. So, big pan, lots of surface area, full heat on the big hob. Get that roasting in some butter, then I'll make the filling in the pan, all in one, rather than spreading it out.
You know how there's some ingredients that you only cook like once or twice a year because they're seasonal and that kind of thing? Butternut squash is one of those for me. It's only just becoming autumn, which means the butternut squashes have only just come out. I now have to try and remember how to prep and cook a butternut squash. And it's been a year since I last did it.
Lots of butter into a pan and let it melt. While that's melting, butternut squash is going to go in, get nice roast and soft. But that's going to take about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to get my pasta dough made now and resting, ready to roll later. So I'm going to start multitasking straight away. Have you got a recipe for your pasta dough, Jay?
Blitz the pasta ingredients together in a food processor, wrap and rest. So I'm going to have to try and use some memory to get a ratio of flour to eggs. I'm going to say 500 grams of pasta flour per egg, or 2 eggs. Screwed. Actually screwed.
I have no weights. That's about half a kilo. Don't need it all. Need 200 grams, 2 eggs. So I'm going to eyeball it. There are a set of scales there, but set myself a challenge. So flour in, eggs in.
I've peeled and diced my butternut squash. I've put it into a baking tray along with olive oil, salt and pepper. It's now going to go into an oven to roast.
I'm looking for the consistency of a rough, chunky couscous, which will then squeeze together and let it rest. At the moment, we have a bit of sand, basically, sandy. So I'm going to add a touch more egg, not the whole egg, just a touch more. We have a lovely, soft dough that I can bring together. Quite wet, but I want it to be stretchy so it goes over the filling. So I'm going to turn this out, put it into a ball, wrap it in cling film, and let it rest.
Next up, I've got to make my pasta because it needs to have time to rest before I can roll it out. I don't know the ratio for pasta. Flour to eggs. Flour to eggs.
What stage are you at, Jay?
I'm trying to figure out a pasta ratio.
A pasta ratio, do you want one?
Yeah?
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 Okay, so if you look in one of the books that you've launched in the last 13 years,
Yeah.
Ebbers might have written one for you.
Cookbooks app. Basic pasta dough from How We Cook. 200 grams, 200 grams to 2 large eggs. I was right. I'm going to say 500 grams of pasta flour per egg, or 2 eggs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Pasta dough is done. You don't need to knead it if you use a food processor. The blades, as they go around spinning at thousands of RPM, do all the kneading for you. Science has proven it, so that's going to rest now, 20-30 minutes till I need it. In the meantime, I'm going to start my sauce, which is a sage butter, very quick, and then finish the filling. I'm hearing a lot of sniggering from behind me. Jay, let me in on the joke.
I'm sure this will be absolutely fine in the end, but the process has not been the smoothest.
Do you want any help?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Right. So chicory, very chefy ingredient. Lovely, bitter, good texture to it. For one plate of food, I think 1 large chicory cut into pieces and braised down is enough. So I'm not going to use these 2. I'll use them later. Pinch of sugar.
What I seem to have accidentally committed myself to is kneading this. I could have put it in a food processor, which is exactly what my card said to do.
Why couldn't you put it in the food processor?
Have you got the food processor?
Right here. Did you ask?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask, all right.
The thing is, Kush, I'm all about love. So I wanted to put time, effort and love into my pasta dough. I didn't want to farm out my loving to a machine, if you know what I mean. I wanted to put tender touches into my pasta.
So, got my sugar, orange juice, gonna go in with the chicory. Doesn't have to be fully submerged. This will wilt and soften as it cooks. While that's going, pretty much there. I'm gonna grate some parmesan and make a filling.
Let's wrap it in cling film and rest it.
So it's just starting to go translucent. It's opening out, all the flavours getting in all the layers. Now's the time to pull it off the heat so that it's poached through in its liquor. Butternut squash, lovely caramelised, roasted. I'm gonna go in with the rocket, cook all the moisture out of that, turn the heat off and stir through the ricotta to get the right texture.
We're going to work on our chicory. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put it in a really hot pan, face side down. Then going to go in with some orange zest, some orange juice, before flipping it over, adding in some butter and basting it until it's nice and soft and sticky and sweet.
Nice and dry, caramelised and wilted. No excess moisture dripping off it. I'm going to put it into a bowl, add the ricotta, parmesan seasoning, might give it a little blendy blend, and then into a piping bag, into the fridge. And then once it's set and the pasta's rolled, I'm ready to go. We've got the right texture, now it's all about taste. I'm going to season it up with salt and pepper if it needs it, a bit more parmesan, balance it out. It's got the bitterness of the rocket in there, hopefully the sweetness of the butternut squash. Touch more parmesan, then it's finished.
Yes, that is colour. Butter. Braise until sticky. I need that water to boil, and I don't have a pan lid. I've blanched my rocket in hot water, I've taken it out, drained it, and now I want to get as much of that water out of it as possible. It's going to go into this jug, which I can do with a stick blender, which will also go in with my parmesan, ricotta, and my roasted squash. That's going to become my pasta filling.
Lovely chicory. I want to get all the excess moisture out of it, so I'm going to roast it later. I'll reheat this in the sage butter sauce later. And really important when using fresh pasta, you need a lot of space. It can get very sticky very quickly, catch in the machine. So I'm going to clean down the whole area. The problem is I've got the plug socket over there and a hob in the way and a chopping board here. So this might turn into quite a long bit of pasta. I'm going to cut the dough into 6 manageable sized pieces. I haven't got much space over there. Do one at a time, put them on a lightly floured board and then get ready to pipe.
Squash isn't cooked through yet, it's still a little bit crunchy in the middle, so I need to leave that in there for a little bit longer. So I'm going to have a look ahead and see if there's anything else I can get ahead on. Out the sauce butter in a pan over medium heat, chuck in sage. No, that one needs to happen last minute. Right, okay.
Our biggest ever Black Friday sale is live. You can get 50% off Psychic for a whole year. And not only that, every product is discounted on our sorted store. Click the link below for everything you need to know.
That will do. Let's give that a try. That's delicious. I'm going to go in with a little bit more ricotta because I want it to loosen it a little bit. One last blitz, into a piping bag, into the fridge, filling done.
Now, I've got the chicory, got sage and butter. So sage butter sauce, warm some chicory through, boil the pasta and serve it with some rocket on the side.
Kush, stop trying to steal tips off what I'm doing.
I'm here to help.
No, good,
I'll be dial man.
honestly,
What are we on now? 2?
number 2.
All right, where do you want to go?
Well, I want to go to number 3 next.
Okay, say when.
When?
Oh, I know. There you go.
Number 4, please, chef.
Number 4. Dom, you might have to take this in a minute. Minute.
Cheers, Dom.
Right, 5.
Number 5, please, chef.
Right.
Right, we're going in.
Oh, if we tie this end to that end, we can make an infinite loop.
Yeah.
And now, just put your arm in the middle. There you go.
I don't need an infinite loop.
And pull this up.
I don't need Kush, I don't need an infinite loop of pasta.
You're a self-sourcing pasta man now. Where's this going now?
Put it on the board.
Pivot.
I see. Yeah, I see the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hold it.
All right, hang on a second.
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
Eggshell.
Is that egg? No, it's
That's
not.
eggshell.
No, it's
It
not
is.
eggshell.
That's eggshell.
It's not eggshell.
Nice pasta, Jamie.
Yeah?
Yeah, did you make this by hand?
I did. See?
Full of love.
You outsourced it to a machine.
I did.
Backup pasta.
Go in with the butter. Want to get that nice and nutty beurre noisette. Loads of black pepper, salt, sage in, pan off the heat, and I'm going to roast the chicory in it just to finish.
4 out of that? What's happened there is I've done 6. I've got 2 options. I've accidentally, on purpose, put my filling quite close to this edge, which means I could fold that over. I've got enough pasta and enough filling to go again if this goes wrong. So let's try the folding method first. It's one less side to seal.
Everything's ready to go. Salted my pasta water, got my bowl just near the stove, keeping warm. I'm gonna cut the chicory down just a touch, because we wanna eat the pasta with a spoon and a fork. You don't wanna have to have a huge, straggly bit of hot chicory sticking out of your mouth. In the meantime, time for a wine pairing, I think. Oh! Nothing says pasta like Prosecco.
Oh, so I can play the piano. Why am I doing that? You can serve just one big long line of ravioli. That's a thing, right?
That is the thing.
Going for it.
Jamie, let me know. I'm 3 minutes from being ready. I'll hold off so we can finish together. Whey! Also, the benefit of opening a bottle of Prosecco, I can use some of the acidity in my sauce to cut through the fat. Right, Jamie?
Think so, mate.
Good time for a drink?
Oh, hello. Fizz.
We're in Italy, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Right then, Jay. How long?
Maximum 5 minutes.
Maximum 5 minutes. So, got my plate. I've put it on top to keep nice and warm. Fingers crossed it doesn't break. And go in with my ravioli. Rapidly boiling salted water. It goes in rapidly, then I turn the heat down. I don't want it to boil and burst open. That's my little trick.
Ooh, what are those dark bits? Oh no, I don't like that at all. Why aren't you boiling?
Just gonna check if it's cooked. I'm gonna squeeze the outside, just see if it's tender. Yep. So raviolis are cooked. Sauce is nice and warm. I'm gonna slightly emulsify it with some pasta water. I'm gonna go in with the rest of the rocket just to wilt through, give it a bit of colour. Then I'll plate up.
Make my butter sagey. How sagey? I don't know. Pasta's going in for about 2 to 3 minutes, and we should be all right as long as it doesn't pop, leak, explode. Anything like that.
I'm ready.
2 minutes, chef. Service. I'm not sure about this one.
No?
No.
We'll test it later.
Okay. Oh, that was hard work. Let's try mine first, because I imagine we're going to work our way up. Roasted squash, ricotta, parmesan ravioli, served with braised chicory in a butter sauce.
Butter sauce, right. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is going to be this. I've seen what you've done there. Mm-hmm. You've taken the played on the bitterness and amped it up a bit with the char. Did it say to char it, guys?
I think it's a golden brown.
Golden brown, right? Okay. Cool. Anyway, that's just garnish.
I'm really interested how the ravioli has turned out, because making pasta isn't something that I'm familiar with doing very often.
Very creamy filling. Mm-hmm. Nice texture to the pasta. Mm-hmm. I'd say mono-dimensional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Everything's quite soft. Mm. And what else was in this then? Sage butter sauce.
It's sage and butter.
Sage and butter. Oh, it's a heart attack, but. All right, get your spoon. What's the first thing that hits you?
Butter.
Yeah, and bitter.
Bitter.
Bitter
Yeah.
butter. So I think your butter's caught in the pan, and then it's got the juice from the bitter chicory in it, and it's split a bit.
Yeah.
So there's not much any pasta water in there?
Little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit more next time, and I think your seasoning could come up a bit.
Okay.
Saying that, all together, quite tender pasta, sweet filling, bitter chicory. It's not a bad dish, James.
Shall we see what it was supposed to taste like?
First off, what's the difference?
You've got an actual sauce.
I've got sage butter sauce.
Yeah.
So lots of pasta water, double butter, and then cooked the pasta in the sauce for the last minute or two. Get the starchiness out of it.
Yeah.
As you would do at home with regular pasta.
Yeah.
You can still do that with filled ravioli. I think it'll be tender and gentle. I also cut my chicory to size.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's no comparison. You've made a sage butter not taste like butter.
A taste of sage.
taste of sage. It's got the creaminess of butter, but it has so much more flavour going on to it. It's got a thickness, it's got a viscosity to it.
That's from cooking the ravioli for the last minute or two in the sauce.
And the flavour that I'm getting from the filling is incredibly well seasoned. Really nice pepperiness.
Yeah, it's all we had. The only spice we had was pepper.
Mine tastes like lots of different things put together.
Yeah.
Yours tastes like a complete dish.
But then again, you added extra processes like burning, charring the chicory.
Yeah. In hindsight, making the pasta was actually one of the easier parts of that dish because that is a process. It's quite linear to go through. Make a sage butter sauce.
Yeah.
I failed. I flopped it when it came to that bit because I completely didn't know what to do.
For a first attempt at home, wouldn't kick you out the door.
No? Oh. And I think that was the big thing for me, hearing from your side of the kitchen, the methodical way you were working through everything, because you were thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead of what you were actually working on. So when you got to that stage, you were prepped and you were ready to go, and it worked smoothly. We can't give you a chef in your kitchen, but we can give you the next best thing, and that's our psychic app. It takes all of the thinking and the methodology from his head and puts it into an app that gives you dinner quick and easy on your table, wasting no food, makes it delicious, and makes your planning, shopping, and cooking absolutely supreme. All the links are in the description box below. Give it a go, let us know how you get on.
And if you like the video, click like, subscribe, and tell us below what should Barry cook, because he's next.
Oh, yes, let's make it tough.
Yeah. Really tough.
You're becoming a proper YouTuber.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Like and subscribe.
I'm going to go back in the kitchen and do the washing up.